Heat Nation, your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Please guys, I would really appreciate it if you can like and subscribe to the video. It would really mean a lot to me and it doesn't take that much time. We're going to be rocking and rolling with another Miami Heat Talk adventure, you guys. As you can see, I'm wearing all black today. I'm in mourning because last night the Miami Heat dropped another one bad. You lose to the Brooklyn Nets 109-105, bringing your record down to 1-4. Now look, I know it's still early in the season. Miami can still turn it around. But what the hell? Brooklyn? For real? Like, come on. Guys, I understood Miami lose to Boston. I understand they lose to Milwaukee. I can even understand the loss against Minnesota because Jimmy and Kevin Love are not playing, and Caleb Martin as well. But to lose to Brooklyn last night, the way that we lost, funny story, you guys. I couldn't watch the game yesterday. I got Bally Sports. I tried logging in to watch the game. Bally's wouldn't let me. I tried so many times. I was getting so much restrictions. Shout out to you, Bally's. So I'm thinking, my kids are sick. I'm going to be a great dad, stay with the kids, help my wife out, and I'll watch the highlights. My kids and my wife go to bed. I'm like, perfect. Let's see these highlights. In the second quarter, I'm thinking we got this. Miami's up by 16. We're killing Brooklyn. We're going to go 2-3. We're going to turn this season around. Wrong. Miami dropped the lead. Brooklyn takes over in the fourth quarter. Miami gets beaten. Few things that I want to talk about. Now, look, I'm going to give flowers to where flowers are due. Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo have been holding it down this season. Last night, Tyler Hero gives you 30 points. Bam Adebayo gives you 21 points and 14 rebounds. They are showing that they are calling to the test. Both of these guys are elevating their game. Tyler's becoming that dude. Bam is becoming a reliable number 2 option. I don't know what the hell's going on with Jimmy Butler. I mean, last night he has an okay game. He gives you 20 points, 7 rebounds. So it was enough to win. But Jimmy Butler this season has not been playing Himmy mode. I don't know if it's because of the knee injury that they talked about before the game. That might be it. It might be the fact that Miami went through a long playoff run this past year. Maybe it's the fact that it's really early in the season and really Jimmy's not trying that much. Sorry guys, I got a little hoarse on my throat. I think I'm catching what my girls have. But anyways, you don't know what's happening with Jimmy Butler, but this ain't good. You know, and it's not just Jimmy, you guys, because like I said, you know, Tyler gives you 30, Bam gives you 21, Jimmy gives you 20. That's 71 points from 3 players. That's enough to win the game. But the problem was the same issue we had last season. The role players ain't doing their job. You get Kyle Lowry. Oh my God, Kyle Lowry, bro. 30 minutes, 6 points, 3 assists. He does his thing defensively, guys. He takes charges. He set players up. He does things that the box score doesn't show. But Eric Spoelstra is putting his faith on the wrong guy to start. This is not working well. We saw it in the playoffs, you guys. Kyle Lowry is better coming off the bench. I don't know what else Kyle Lowry needs to do to show Spo that he's not prepared for the starting lineup. But it's not just him. Josh Richardson gives you 4 points in 30 minutes. Thomas Bryant, I will give credit to Thomas Bryant, though. He had a solid-ass game. 15 minutes, 8 points, 5 rebounds. A solid backup for Bam Adebayo. But it's not enough. You know, you get Duncan Robinson, hold it there, bro. Duncan Robinson, 5 points in 21 minutes. Not enough. Jaime Jaquez, I love that he started next to Bam Adebayo. It definitely shows versatility, but he only plays 19 minutes with 2 points and 4 rebounds. Nikola Jovic doesn't play. What the hell? You can put Nikola Jovic as a starting 4. I don't understand what the hell Spo's doing. The only role player that gave you quality minutes was Haywood Highsmith. 22 minutes, solid defense, 9 points with 3 points made, 4 rebounds. It's just not enough from the role players. These stats right here, you guys, it's showing how much we are missing Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin is a big deal to this team because Tyler Hero's now starting. You need somebody off the bench that's going to be a reliable six-man. I don't know if it's too early for Jaquez and Jovic for them to display their talent, but nobody else is stepping to the challenge. Now, Duncan Robinson is the only player besides our big three that's averaging in double figures. He's averaging 10 points a game. Last season, you had a lot of guys average double figures besides Jimmy, Bam, and Tyler. So our role players need to step up because even though multiple players scored double-digit points last season, our role players were still a problem. It's even a bigger problem this season. And supposedly, we're supposed to be more deep this year. When you start 1-4, you guys, that's a big-ass problem. I don't care how good you are. It's a big problem. Now, I will say this. Last season, the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers had similar starts, and they were able to turn it around. We didn't have a good season last year, and we were able to turn it around. We started the same scenario that we're at right now. Around the 13th, 14th seed, we were able to turn it around. This ain't last year, though. You can't rely on what you did last season. You're going to do it again. I said this before the season started. The Miami Heat need to have a better season than they had last year. You don't want to play on the road every playoff game. And the way that we're playing right now, you just want to get in the playoffs at this point. I understand it's really early. I understand. But there's a lot of other rumors that are floating out there. Guys like Zach Lavine is being talked about a possible trade for the Miami Heat or the Philadelphia 76ers. OG Anunoby's name is popping up. Joel Embiid is a name that I've brought up in the past, but guys, none of that matters. That's all dreams. That's all fluttered fantasy. The reality right now is that the Miami Heat are bleeding. And you know, I'm sure Boston fans are loving it. They're 4-0 right now to Miami's 1-4. But I could really wipe my ass with what Boston does. Give me a Miami and Boston playoff series and let's see who comes out in 7 games. I don't care what y'all say. In the last 13 years, Miami and Boston have played 6 times in the playoffs. Miami's won 4. So give me Miami in a 7-game series. The numbers prove itself. But that's in the past. This year, we need to turn it around. And I'm telling you guys, Caleb Martin is a big deal. I don't want to be giving excuses for the Heat. I don't want to continue to say over and over again about the health. This has been a situation we've been dealing with since LeBron left in 2014. Every single season for the last 9 years now has been muttered by injury. Maybe this whole taking it hard in practice, taking it hard in training camp, playing as hard as you can, maybe that's not the right thing to do because it's bleeding your team with injuries. So let's look at some of these stats from Heat players because I got to say, Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, they deserve their flowers because Tyler Hero's averaging 26 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal a game. Bam Adebayo's averaging 22 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, a block and a half, and a steal a game. Those are all-star numbers. Tyler and Bam are playing like all-stars. Jimmy, however, not so great. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 3.5 assists, a steal. Those are not the numbers we've seen Jimmy Butler. With Jimmy Butler, we normally see 21 to 23 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2.5 steals. Jimmy Butler is not playing like Jimmy Butler this season. Now, I will say this. I've said it before. Look for Jimmy Butler to take a step back during the season to defer to Bam and Tyler. That's obviously happening. Jimmy Butler will be the number 3 option during the season. But damn it, bro. We know what Jimmy Butler can do. Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero's job is to play dominant for the first 3 quarters. But in the 4th quarter, especially games like this, you give the ball to Jimmy. But he just hasn't been aggressive. The games against Boston, the games against Milwaukee, and the game against Brooklyn, we had opportunities to win those games. Not really against Milwaukee, actually. But still, Jimmy Butler did not perform the himmy mode that we're used to. And it's like I said, you guys, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because of injury. I don't know if it's because of the fact that it's just early in the season. I know there's not a rift between Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. I know that. Dozen reports are saying that the relationship is fine. Now, look, I'm not with Jimmy, so I can't really tell you his feelings, but from everything I hear, it's good. So I can honestly tell you guys right now, there are 2 reasons why the Miami Heat are bleeding this season. In my opinion, one of them is that Eric Spoelstra is just trusting the wrong guys, like Kyle Lowry, so bad coaching decisions, and Jimmy Butler. If Jimmy Butler is playing the way that we know he can play, Miami Heat win some of these games. So it is up to Jimmy Butler to turn it around. It is up for our role players to actually hit their shots. And when Caleb Martin comes back, I think things are going to be different. Tyler Hero used to be that guy coming off the bench to score. He's not anymore. We need a guy that we can rely on coming off the bench. That's Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin is going to be the precious gem that we need to turn this around. He's in a contract year. He's going to play hard. We need him. Now, look, we got a game tomorrow against Washington. And if we lose that game, oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. That's an important game to win. Not just because you want to better your standings, but because morality, you guys. You got the Lakers coming on Monday. You need to win that game. That's a big game for Miami. So winning this game against Washington on Friday is a big deal. You got the weekend off. Jimmy Butler's going to rest. Tyler and Bam are going to get to rest. And then you beat this Laker team. If we're able to beat the Lakers on Monday, all this crap that we're going through is going to be flipped around. We need momentum. We need a winning streak. We need our guys to step up. So I'm going to pose the question to you guys. What do you feel is the biggest move that the Miami Heat need to make to turn this season around? I know the obvious thing would be trading for Kyle Lowry, but let's be honest, you guys. The way that Kyle Lowry is playing right now, making $30 million, ain't nobody going to take that contract. The only way you can trade Kyle Lowry is if a specific disgruntled player says, send me to Miami, and the team actually does send him to Miami, and they say, we'll just take Kyle Lowry's contract and just let it expire. That's the only way that he can make a deal. But in all honesty, you guys, I don't see a team taking Kyle Lowry. In 5 games, he's averaging 6 points, 4.2 assists, 4.2 rebounds. A team may see that he might be beneficial, but I doubt it. I think Miami's just stuck with him, to be honest with you. So besides Kyle Lowry, you guys tell me, what do the Miami Heat need to do? Do you think it's a lineup change? Do you think it's a trade? Do you think it's something different? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, you guys. Please subscribe. I want to thank all of you guys for sticking with me. I understand this season is frustrating. I know the Miami Heat team piss you off right now, but stick with me, you guys. Let's stay together. Let's stay Heat strong. I know we're going to turn this around. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Let's go Heat.